This makes me uncomfortable.
In my head.
Hey everybody, I'm here in the parking lot of Six Flags Great Adventure, and I'm gonna try to face my fear today, which is that big thing in the background right behind my head here. I've done it, it's a roller coaster, but it's also a drop ride where they pull you all the way up and just let you go. That's the part that I'm afraid of. I've always had a fear of those things. I've done them, but this is the tallest, so let's see if I can accomplish this.
Wait right here.
It wasn't that bad, right?
Yeah.
You see it?
Okay, so here's the deal. That is what I'm going to go on. I'm not allowed to take cameras. I can't have anything in my pockets. I gotta lock it all up, so here we go. It doesn't look as terrifying today as it normally does, but I may be naive. Okay, so there it is. I did it, and I'm going to tell you how I did it as I walk. Okay, so I got to be careful because they play music here and I can't get a copyright strike for doing the music, but I have been terrified of heights for most of my life, and the way that I've managed that is to slowly, systematically expose myself, like exposure therapy. So when I was a kid, I was afraid of roller coasters, and one day my dad took me to an amusement park and I said, like, let's try the easiest one. So we did that. So I systematically went on gradually bigger and bigger roller coasters since then. Like, you know, I started with ones that didn't do loops, then I started to do things that did loops, then I started to do things that went higher. Finally, I worked my way up to here at Six Flags. They have a lot of tall roller coasters. Actually, I'm probably going to go on El Toro, which is one of the best wooden coasters in the world, but we have the tallest roller coaster in the world here, and I just did that actually after I got off the drop ride. That's the one that the drop ride is attached to. The drop ride is Zumanjaro Drop of Doom. I am proud to say that's under my belt now. I think that's also the tallest drop ride in the world. So I had to face my fear in gradual steps, and that's something that you can do if you have a phobia, is to slowly expose yourself to it. Alright, so I found a place that's a little bit more quiet. So just coming up here, I had a fear, and that was a fear of driving. I've actually had a phobia of driving at one point. I don't know, I just wasn't driving for a while, and because I hadn't exposed myself to driving, I had this fear of going more than a couple of miles away from my house, and a therapist at the time actually helped me to get over that, and she helped me by saying, instead of going for like the 10 on the stress level experience for driving to try to push yourself through it, you just have to expose yourself to like a 3 or a 4. Something that's just like mildly scary, mildly irritating, and that's enough to get you from 5 miles to 6 miles, and then once you're there, that goes down to a 2. That feeling that was a 3 or 4 moves down to a 2, and now you can go to the next 3 or 4, and it's these really tiny steps, and it helps you to get over a fear, and that actually got me to the point where I could drive. So I drove here today. It's like 3-hour drive depending on traffic, and there was a lot of problems along the way. Somebody broke down in the middle lane on the expressway, just construction. It was a big mess, trust me, getting here, and I drove alone. So that was an experience. So I conquered that fear, came here, conquered the tallest drop ride in the world, the tallest roller coaster. I think I'm probably set on my quota for conquering fears today, but I'm gonna enjoy my time here and see what else I can do. They're doing Halloween stuff. So I just did El Toro, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about facing your fears. So what did I do to be able to get on that giant ride? Let me turn around so you can see it. So to be able to go on that giant drop and the roller coaster, I had to practice. I actually went online and looked on YouTube. There's a couple of YouTube channels, Coaster Force, Theme Park Review. They have point of view, POV videos of these things, and you can watch them at home and kind of like get the mindset of what it's like to be on these things. So that was kind of my way of practicing, and even that would kind of raise some anxiety in me. But I guess I was lucky this time because the line was really, 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 really short. And so it's a kid talking to me. And so I didn't really have time to think about it. You know, it's typically when we ruminate things, when we play it over and over and over again in our head, that's when our anxiety builds and builds and builds and builds. So what I did instead was, as I was walking up to it, I kept telling myself, like, it's okay, I'm safe, and monitored my breathing like crazy today. On the drive over here, I kept watching my breathing because I found that I wasn't exhaling. On the way on the rides, I was watching my breathing, and going up to the top of that damn thing, I was watching my breathing. And really, that's all I did, was I watched my posture to make sure I wasn't crunching down on my stomach, on my rib cage, on my diaphragm specifically, and I told myself, I'm safe, I'm okay, I've done this, I've watched it, I know it's safe, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, and then it was over, and I was okay. Something else that's cool about this park is that there's a safari with all kinds of animals here. They do some conservatory work with the animals. I'm not familiar that much with myself. I've done the ride, and it is a good ride, and I can tell they take care of the animals carefully here. But it's a beautiful setting here, so check it out. So I'm up on the Skyway, and if you know me, I'm afraid of heights, and the Skyway actually scares the crap out of me, so I'm trying to not focus on it. But I wanted to show you this beautiful view up here, because check out this view. We're actually going to get a little higher, and then you'll see a little bit better what I'm talking about here. Okay, so this makes me uncomfortable. I think if you're conquering your fears, you have to understand that the anxiety is always going to be there. Right now my anxiety is probably at like a 6 or a 7, which I know is manageable, but it's also not very comfortable. But it's always there, and what we learn is the strategies to manage it so that we can push through and continue doing the things we want to do in our lives. So right over there are the swings that that was like my big goal. That was my big scary goal when I first came to Six Flags, because the swings are on chains, just like how this is only suspended by a cable, and that scares the crap out of me. I think I'm going to head over there to that roller coaster in the background, which is Nitro. It is really cool, very fast, very fun. Maybe do the Batman rides, and then I think I'm heading out of here. Okay, so I totally lied. That was the parachutes in the back, which the parachutes used to scare me, but this is the swings. And the swings go all the way up there. There it is. If you ever need to cool off, Skull Mountain is an indoor roller coaster. It's not that scary, but it's fast and it's fun and it's cool inside. So here we have Batman, which is a hanging coaster, a flying coaster I think they call it, where your feet are dangling. You're not upside down or anything, you're just hanging. And here is a Nitro, and there's a giant lift hill you can see in the back, and it's just a lot of air time. It kind of disappears into the forest and goes up and down a lot. So every time I come here, I always question if I should do this Batman the ride, because even though I love these hanging rides with your feet kind of like dangling at the bottom, I think like I've done it a billion times. Is it worth it? But this is so fast and it whips you around so quickly, it's totally worth it. I think this bridge is new. This is going to be my last one for the day. the Justice League. So this is the new Joker ride that came in last year. I just rode the new Justice Battle League ride. That was really cool. That was indoors. I did this last year. I'm skipping it this year because I just want to go home, to be quite honest, but this is a lot of fun. Okay, so let's rate the day. The Zumanjaro Drop of Doom and King Ka, awesome. Totally recommend if you're up for that kind of scary thing. What else did I do today? Nitro, love it. Always love Nitro. It's fast, it's a ton of airtime. The new ride, Justice League, was actually really cool because you don't really know what to expect the first time you ride it. I'm sure it would get boring after you do it a bunch of times. Batman, still love it. Gotta remember that I love it for next time. I could do without the Sky Ride, but I just wanted to show you from up above what everything looks like. El Toro, love it. It's a headbanger. Actually, King Ka was a lot of a headbanger today. I don't know what's gone on. It used to be a little bit smoother. The first time I went on it was smoother, but this time it was kind of like the head was rattling everywhere. So face your fears. The message of this video is that your anxiety will always be there. You work to manage it and bring it down, but it's still going to be there, and that's okay. You can still move on and do the thing that you're fearing even though you have anxiety. That's what we're working for. So if you want to know more about mental health, I have over 250 videos here on my channel. Hit subscribe and hit the bell after you hit subscribe to get notified each time that I do a new video. My mission here is to humanize mental health. This may not have been the best video to humanize mental health, but hey, I'm a human, so if you want to help me and support me in humanizing mental health, go over to Patreon. I'll put the link above and you can support me over there. I'd love to know who's in this area, who is around Six Flags, because I have a season pass. I'll probably be coming back next year, so maybe I'll see some of you. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think of Six Flags. Thank you for coming out here with me. I'll see you around next time, everyone. And now the long trek back to the car. This is the fun part.